You are now rocking with the coldest podcast this side of I-65.
Ooh, and I'm back. Here you go. What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? There you. There you. What it do, G? Oh, they didn't call him again. I think we got that bit though. Oh, already. Box lit up already. What it do? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't pull G's out. Can you hear me, G's?
I think your screen froze or something.
Yeah, it caught him. I don't know. He said to keep kicking him off though. Oh, let's see. Can you hear me, Jesus? I'm gonna put him down. And kicked him off again. I don't know, but shit, we back though. We up. We up now.
Yeah, we here.
We up. If anything, goddamn, we got one going. Oh, there we go. No, it ain't again. I don't know. It might have caught him off guard. No! Look at Bean! All right, Bean. What up, Bean? Shit, I guess we're going to crank up, man. Welcome back to the Neff Knows podcast. I am your host, Nephew. You feel me? And we on here with Y100's Q. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
G's having technical difficulty, but we're going to get him back in here. I promise you we're going to get him back in here, man. This is college football, Saturday real kickoff, all big games. Everything is finna get live and direct, man. Look, wherever you're coming from, wherever you're at, whoever you know, drop a comment in the like box or drop a comment in the box. Hit the like button. If you're on Facebook, share it to your Facebook Live. If you're on YouTube, share it to your YouTube. Share it to whoever, whenever, however. You feel me? But we are in here. You hear me? Oh, and we got new merch. Yes, we do. So anyway, man, it's live. It's live on 3 networks: Facebook, my Facebook page, my YouTube page, and my Twitch page. So wherever we at, wherever you at, hit the button. Know what I'm saying? Whatever it is gonna do, hit the button, man. Where we at? Y100s. You can go and give your little introduction. I'm through there.
Yeah, man. Look, man, I'm just going ahead, man. We're gonna talk some topics, man. We're gonna get y'all to thinking, everything ain't as clear cut. And we're gonna let people know. We're gonna let people know our opinion and where we coming, how we coming around.
Yes, sir. Jeez, welcome back, baby. Welcome back, Jeez. Go get your intro going, bro. You might want to get that little work in there. Look. It ain't gonna be no show with Neff and G's. You feel me? Coldest podcast this side of I-65, and we ain't got technical difficulties. You hear me? That's the only way we bring this shit back in. You hear me? We already live. What it do, G?
Bullshit. What's going on, world? What's going on, folks? How y'all doing?
All right. What we doing though? College football kickoff weekend, man. Where is we at? I got my cue cards and everything. You hear me? Let me get up out of there. Where you at? I'm saying, why y'all quiet? We get on this bit and we got scared.
No.
I brought my cue cards and everything. Come on with it.
Nah, man. Look, man. We starting this off, man. We talking about the top 25, man. We got some
top 25. We're gonna give it GOAT talk. We can go GOAT talk first with that Serena situation, because I was baffled when you said something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole, she ain't the GOAT. She might not be the GOAT of all time, but like, how can we even discuss conversations of GOATs of all time when we ain't been living all time? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make sense to be on.
Well, I mean, when you think about the acronym, we all know what the acronym stands for. You know what I'm saying? As far as greatest of all time. So at the end of the day, that's what people are debating. People are looking at statistics. People looking at eras. You're looking at the difficulty of the era. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at, you got to compare those things: championships, grand slams, all those things. And even then she falls short. So I can't call her the GOAT. So you know what I'm saying. So when we get to talking about greatest of all time, you have to look at every woman who's ever played. What
Wow.
era did she play in? How many times did she win? Any doubles? Grand slams. All those things matter. How long you've been ranked at the top? All those things come into play. And I got her as number 3 all
Mm,
time.
number 3.
Bottom 3. Third
Let's go,
wheel.
bro.
Third
Number
wheel.
3. But look,
Third
I
wheel.
mean, but like, so I had to go fact check it because I mean, me and Tennis ain't even on the same page. But
Right.
what I'm saying is, you ain't. She might be the goat of our time, bro. You feel me? Like that's of our time.
Right.
That's all we had. We ain't have all them names that you called out, like the Stephanie Graf. We ain't have her. We don't know nothing about her. We
Right.
weren't even in the tennis until Serena put them bees in her head and went out there and slapped that ball, caught that. Come on, man. You
Well,
ain't finna baffle me
right.
out like that, man. Come on now.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, I agree with that, but at the end of the day,
yeah.
that's we can't deny just because we didn't see other people, we can't deny what they have accomplished. You know what I'm saying? I think you know that's what the sports writers, that's what the bloggers and the analysts, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we
I
talk
feel that.
about. We can't sit
So
here and
see,
say,
when
hey,
you get to speaking about this GOAT talk, right? When you get to speaking about this GOAT talk, this conversation go all across. Can we say Tom Brady is the GOAT of football? We can say that of all time,
yes, we can say that.
all
Of
time,
all time, we can say that.
of
Yes,
all
we can
time,
say that.
right? So can we say
Yes, we can
LeBron
say that.
James is the GOAT of basketball of all time?
No, you can't.
Exactly.
No, you
There
can't.
you go.
First off, we'll talk about. I don't even know if LeBron's even on our radar as far as even talking about GOAT. That's a whole nother podcast. That can
Yeah, all
that's
right, man. We ain't gonna need
yeah,
tap
that
in.
can
We ain't
stand
gonna need
alone.
tap
Right,
into
right.
the real
But
talk, bro.
but yeah, and there's different criteria for football and basketball, and there are different things for that. So
I
I,
feel
I so me personally, it's kind of hard to judge. It's more clear for Tom Brady than it is for LeBron James.
it. Mm.
Me personally.
Yeah, I
So
get, I got that. I got that. I got that. So we ain't gonna even play with basketball. We'll play with basketball later on, and I got some different heat for that basketball. So make sure we stay tuned for that too. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we can trample on. I guess we can trample on over here to football because that's what we supposed to be at anyway. It's this college football kickoff. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love it.
right,
So I don't I got about a cool 5 minutes of Florida football I'm gonna speak on. And I'm gonna speak on that a little bit later on when we
okay,
do the topics. I mean, do the whole conversation of it. I got about 5 minutes of Florida football I can speak on, and that's gonna be the end of it. The number one reason is because nobody's gonna believe the mess that's gonna come out of my mouth when I get to talking about Florida football. Leave it at that. Shout
yeah.
out to
Well,
Bo.
I got a little snippet of it. The
Yeah.
other right, yeah. I got a little snippet of it previously the other night, but yeah. I still don't believe it. I had a chance to sleep on it, marinate on it, second guess it, third guess. Yeah, I woke up. I still don't believe it. So, but
Mm.
hey, so you're a Florida fan. Whatever. You know
But
what I'm
I ain't
saying?
speaking from a fan span. I ain't gonna speak from
Man, y'all
a
worse than
fan
Dallas
standpoint.
Cowboy fans, man.
I'm gonna
Y'all
speak
think y'all
back.
gonna win a national championship every year, man. Y'all terrible, man. Y'all think y'all. I'm telling you, y'all and the Cowboys, y'all neck and neck, man. Y'all fan bases are terrible,
Neck and neck with the Cowboys.
man. Y'all fan base are terrible. The Dallas Cowboys fan base is terrible. They think they gonna win the Super Bowl every year. Florida right behind them at number 2, man. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing,
I
man.
think I think Auburn might be the second with that Cowboy conversation. Third, we don't talk about winning national championship every year. We fire coaches every 4 years. We get top talent, sit them on the bench. We can't do nothing them other teams in the SEC doing, but look good on paper. We don't even look good on paper, so we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna move on from that. Anyway, what games we got coming up tonight, man? What we got to deal with this college football situation?
Well,
First of all, I think 12 teams is too many. That's number one. That's number one. Why are we adding so many teams? 4 is too little. We'd have went to 8. That'd have been cool. 12 for what? You can't say at a barbecue bowl. So if you can't say at a barbecue bowl, then I'm saying what we gonna do with a 12 team playoff for what? That's gonna roll all the way over into May somewhere.
No, it won't, because there's going to be some bowl games that's going to take the place of playoff games. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
are they gonna play every Saturday?
You said what?
Are they gonna play every Saturday?
I mean, I don't know. You know, I mean, it's supposed to happen in what, 2026?
Bro. 12
But I welcome it though. I don't really think there's nothing wrong with 12 teams. I think that, you know, when you think about 12 teams, you got to think about all the different conferences. People are leaving one conference to join another. Certain conferences are getting left out of the conversation entirely. You know, the Pac-12, as far as my knowledge, that has never been in the college football playoff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Big Ten teams, they barely make it. A lot of times there are 2 SEC teams that get in, and you know, there were some people arguing it should be 3. So if you only had 4 spots like we previously had, that's a problem. Or if you have 8, that's a problem. But you know, when you get a chance to bring in maybe you know, a 12 playoff, a 12-seeded team, you get a chance for a team like a Boise State, who, you know, who might come in and might be a Cinderella and shock a team. You give a chance like Cincinnati, who can come in, and then all that stuff generates revenue.
Basketball, bro.
But I'm saying, but
we already enable paying them, right? Now we're gonna go to 12 teams.
Yeah, but because if you're paying them, that money got to be recouped. You got to get that money back. So what happens is you can be able to tap into certain markets. You know, tap into the East Coast, the West Coast. Yes, the down south is going to always sell because football is king in the South. You know what I'm saying? This is why Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
This ain't basketball either. 12 teams.
12 teams is not that bad.
Are they going to play every Saturday?
I don't think they'll play every Saturday, but I think that you know, you probably could have maybe a season that's maybe worth 10 games instead of 12.
So when you do basketball and you got basketball, you got playoff teams, right? So you got what, 8 teams? He said, no, you should be excited. Florida might have a chance. West stop. Anyway, when you do so many teams, like if you're gonna do that many teams though, bro, you gotta understand to the point of like they're not playing every Saturday. So in basketball, they play one game and then they'll go take a week off or take a day off and then play another game. Take a day off, play another game, and then across the weekend they'll play one game, take 2 games off, and then just the travel. That's just travel. We just talking about the traveling and the conversation of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, you have to really just be like, you really got to understand, like, if they're not playing every Saturday, you're gonna stress that. You're gonna stress the college playoffs from what? The national championship is February, so you're gonna go January, February, March, because they're not gonna play every Saturday.
But you know, but they're gonna end before March, man. Like they're gonna end before, like maybe like
early. You're already trying to make another.
But you could get rid of those teams that you're playing, like when you're playing a Appalachian State or a small school. You cut some of those. You could maybe cut the season down to just 10 games. Everybody plays, or everybody plays everybody in their conference. Ain't no small schools. You could just rid the small schools out, and you let the regular season be an elimination factor. And then when those games are done, you move into the 12. You pick. You know, you pick whoever wins their conference, they get an automatic bid, right? Okay. So that's the Power 5. You probably have maybe 3 or 4 at-large teams. The Mountain West champ, maybe the Conference USA champ.
So we might leave it at 4.
No, because 4 is not enough. 4 is not enough.
We might leave it at 4. If that the case, the way the SEC finna get loaded in 2025, we might well do an SEC championship game as the national championship game, and
But
then
that's
you had a Rose Bowl as the Ohio States and all. Like, come on, man, 12 teams.
but that's what's happening now anyway. A lot of those teams, think about it, Alabama and Georgia, Alabama and somebody else. They're playing in the SEC championship game, losing, and then somehow they're ending up in the national championship game. Alabama and Georgia are the prime two that lost SEC championship games, and then somehow ended up in the national championship game, then won it. So, other teams are feeling like, look, I won my conference. I deserve at least a seat at the table. The Pac-12 feels like that. The Big Ten doesn't get enough credit. Guys like UCF who feel like, in 2017, 2018, they beat Auburn, who beat Alabama, who beat Georgia. So they beat the two teams who were playing in the national championship game. And they felt like they had an undefeated season and they never got a seat at the table. This is why stuff like that is happening. All those Boise State teams that was going undefeated, winning all those games, beating Oklahoma, beating all those games, and not having a seat at the national championship table. So, and this is a chance for their school to get money too, that they might not have never had.
Let me run it down real quick. Let me give you a fun fact. This is number one. Alabama's number one. Ohio State's number two. Georgia's 3. Clemson's 4. Notre Dame's 5. Texas. So you tell me, out of all them names I just named, when has they not had a seat at the table? In the past 10 years.
They've essentially ran it. Those 4 teams.
Yeah. Ohio State, Alabama.
Yeah, Georgia.
Clemson, Notre Dame.
Clemson, Georgia, yeah.
Georgia just got hot by 3 years ago.
Come on, yeah, I said that. Yeah, they just got hot. Yeah,
the SEC championship. Well, I mean, they finally got over the hump. I get them. They do, but not Georgia. It ain't been just Georgia, but it's only been Alabama and LSU for real from the SEC for the past.
For the past.
Everybody else get to sneak their head in there every now and then, stuff like that. But like a Baylor was in the top 25, but when they went up against a solid team, failed. Minnesota's not even ranked this year, and they were ranked like 10 last year. They made it to 10.
Yeah,
Not even ranked this year. Not even ranked. So we gonna everybody like Harry Mason said. Everybody gotta get paid. They driving Lamborghinis on. Everybody getting paid, but
everybody making money.
So now you can't raise ticket sales with that. You know what I'm saying? TV time, all that. Oklahoma and Texas coming to the SEC. Big Ten just lost everything. Them boys started that conference. Like, come on. I mean, it gotta make sense. 12 teams too many. Because if they're not gonna play every weekend, that's number one. Even though it's possible, they can't play every weekend. But you finna stretch that out across 2 months. That's a lot of revenue. That's gonna roll right into basketball season. Before you know it, they're gonna be to push the sport back up. The training camp gonna start earlier than necessary. You gonna sports year round, you gonna kill kids. We ain't got the ultimate dollar that way.
But that's the era that we're in now anyway. We're in that. Where Texas got their own network, Notre Dame got their own network. Guys are moving conferences and moving money out of other guys' conferences. Everybody's fighting for a piece of the pie. Nobody really cares about the students. Once the students start to get paid, who cares? They're essentially workers now. So now we're going to work them as much as we can so we can make the most profit. That's all. It's capitalism. Nobody cares about getting a degree. Nobody cares about getting a degree. Let's be real. A lot of these athletes, they don't go to school. They be sleep all through class. They get a degree in general studies. You know what I'm saying? Which is nothing but a bunch of other topics, which is nothing but a group of other topics rolled into one degree, and you graduate on stage with that. They don't use it. Like, come on, man. Like nobody, No one cares about that. The athlete student. They're no longer student athletes.
Oh, because they get paid
now. Yeah, they get paid now. Yeah.
The NIL, the NIL. That's what they call it. The NIL.
Yeah. When Alabama's quarterback got $1 million before he even took a snap, well, you know, he
He
driving
won a
nice.
Heisman Trophy too, though.
Yeah, well, but we didn't know what he was going to be before he got that $1 million check.
Yeah, I can
So
feel it.
yeah. So he pulling up. I'm pretty sure he pulling up in a Ferrari, going to school every day. You
He
know,
might be humble though. He might be a humble cat. You know,
man, he pulling up in a Ferrari, man.
he
Like
might be.
I done heard stories of Mark Ingram and Julio Jones pulling up in some crazy stuff back in 2008, 2009.
Oh, we ain't talking about Bryce. We ain't talking about
Nah,
Bryce. Nah,
we talking about Bryce.
Bryce don't know who Julio is.
Right. I'm saying he don't, but I'm saying money was as far as that money goes, man. When they pull up, man, they don't care nothing about no school, man.
That boy said shit. No more quarterback bust coming out of college. If you couldn't get your team to the playoffs, you ain't the first round guy. I don't know. Mac Jones did Mac Jones go first round? He
Yeah,
played
he
in that
was first
championship.
round.
Yeah, he played in that championship too. Mac Jones went first round. It's a lot. I don't know. Zach Wilson went first round. Like it's Josh Rosen went
Trey
first
Lance.
round.
Trey Lance went first round.
He said, "Stop being biased, man. Hey, you guys got deals too that you not meant."
And
He
listen,
told you,
man,
hey, you. I know we got
man,
a deal too. I sure hope we got some action on the back end. You feel me? We need to spend that money. If Jim, that's the thing I be wanting to talk about. Like if Jimbo said that money getting spent the right way, you feel me? Everybody's on the table. I hope we get to spend it because Florida always used to have a bad background, but we was winning then. I'd take a bad background, you winning. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a decent background and you ain't winning. I need to hear all of it. Feel me? I heard that on campus they told the boy to change his name because it's offensive. No, hell it ain't. No, hell it ain't. I mean, shit, if he gonna run like that AR-15, or he gonna shoot like that AR-15, he better wear some game like that AR-15. You hear me? I need all that. He said Josh Rosen word. Josh Rosen just ain't never have a chance, first of all, bro, at a professional level. That's what a lot of people don't understand. The boy been on 3 teams in 3 years, and he was first round draft pick. He ain't had a chance. Josh Allen, if Buffalo wasn't decent when Josh Allen got there, Josh Allen would be traded between teams too. Because
I
he
agree
ain't
with
never
that.
a spit that all over everywhere type situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And consistency is the key, man. A lot of people be thinking about the head coaches, but it's not really about the head coach, if you ask me. I really think it's more about the offensive coordinator. You got to be able to have a guy, man, who can be able to run the plays in which, the guy drawing up the plays versus the guy executing the plays, man. You got to have guys who can actually execute the plays. You got guys that, you want, it depends on what type of system you're in. Josh Rosen fit the system. And people, before he got hot, people was thinking he was borderline a bust. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen, people was thinking that.
Yeah. But you know what? Josh Allen growed into that, Harry Mason. He growed into that. Because when all of them came to the league like that, all at the same time, yeah. He said in college. But when Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, who else was in that draft class? A lot of them quarterback went first round. Kyler Murray was Kyler Murray in that class?
I think so. Mitch Trubisky, was Mitch Trubisky in that class?
Nah, because Josh Rosen, I think one of them boy went first. Josh Rosen fitted. He said Josh Rosen fitted West Simpson. Rosen was a bomb at UCLA. No, man. No. I was talking about Josh Allen. Josh Allen got acquainted with the Buffalo Bills. You feel me? He got acquainted with
and who was Josh
them.
Rosen's coach?
They was decent. Josh Rosen went to a Cardinals team that had nobody. If Josh Allen and Josh Rosen would have switched spots, Josh Rosen would have been at Buffalo. Josh Rosen would be on that big stage. That's all you get when you get that. Highly decorated. Who? Josh Rosen or Josh Allen?
Highly decorated for what?
Oh, Sam Darnold was in that class too. Yeah. It was a lot of quarterbacks in that class that went first round, man. They damn near cleared it out. He said Rosen. Rosen was a highly decorated quarterback in college.
What did he accomplish? What was his big game that put him on the map that said, "Hey, Rosen has arrived"? Because I can't. Did he beat Ohio State or Alabama? Anything like? Was he on any primetime games? What did he do?
I don't know. He had.
I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, if he's decorated like you say, it should pop up at the top of everybody's head in the comment. Okay, sir. Yes. Okay, sir. Jonathan, listen. Okay, you're saying, but I'm saying, what did he do? What did he do? He didn't win the Heisman. What did he do?
Wait a minute. John Rosen? He was at UCLA, right?
Yeah, I think did he play under Chip Kelly?
He said the media decorated him. He said the media decorated him.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know, this media, yeah.
He said the media decorated him. I feel it. I can feel it. So I think that if my whole thing is, he said right. He said that's what I'm saying. He said so. I think my whole thing is like on that stage at that time. Rosen just got dealt a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? Like he went to because they right after that they drafted Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
he just got dealt a bad hand. So he done been passed from team to 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 team. Tannehill, he got some Tannehill in. That's that's my thing. But so let me ask old little. Shout out to I don't know why they want. You gotta drop that in the comment box too. I can't keep reading the text message from you, but got me on that bit. So what we at with the college football? Because we had got different with them boys just then.
Yeah. Well, we got some highlight games. Oregon, Georgia. Want to know, what's your pick? Why? Your predictions.
Ooh, here we go. He said more games, more take. That's all I'm saying. He said he missed the SERENA segment. Oh yeah. I ain't gonna jump right into that one. Michigan up on Colorado State. They done kicked off. Michigan up 7-0. Sam Houston giving Texas A&M all they can handle. Score 0-0. NC State down to East Carolina 7-0. NC State ranked number 13 too. That's tough. Anyway, that's tough.
Which is I mean, to me, it's hard to say how the hell are these guys being ranked this high, and for what reason? But because of the transfer portal, you got a lot of these guys, leaving from different school to school. So people are looking at, how many 4 and 5 stars is on the team, what they did maybe at other previous schools. But none of that matters, man. None of that matters, because if you have not produced, obviously, you going to a new team. There's a reason why you're going to a new team, because either you was upset you wasn't a starter, or you got kicked off a team, or you couldn't produce. That's why you're playing somewhere else. And a lot of these guys, a lot of the media guys get looked into. Hey, there are a lot of 5 stars over here, a lot of JUCO guys with is going to NC State or whatever they're coming from, and they're just throwing them. They're just giving them a ranked number, and I don't know why.
So I think Harry Mason comment, more games, more take. That's all he's saying. Far as it go by college football and 12 teams, that's a lot of teams. And they're not playing every weekend. So if we're gonna stretch them out, we're gonna stretch it out. So we really gonna run from September to March, maybe. Maybe mid-March. I ain't gonna say mid-March. I said probably about to at least the end of February. Because the national championship is played when? January 9th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
January 9th.
Now you finna have to push that up. Too many teams. That's too many teams. I mean, especially if they're just not playing every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're playing every weekend, like eventually, and then you still gotta, at least March. So you still gotta be able to pull that conversation down to like What about the rest of the bowl games? What about the teams that ain't finna see a playoff anyway, regardless if it's 12 teams or 20 teams?
But what about it? There are some bowl games that are not even bringing in revenue. You got games like I give you a bowl game, for example, well, two bowl games, the Birmingham Bowl and the Dollar General Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Them bowls
like
sell out though. Like,
man, but I'm saying, but
but
though,
look,
but if I could get rid of those two bowl games for additional playoff
not with
bowl
that $80
games that
million,
are going to bring in money.
not with that $80 million stadium they just built damn near in the middle of downtown. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Birmingham Bowl will sell out this. Look at the USFL. They play all their games in that goddamn stadium. But listen, that's it. That's it. You don't get no better than that. So I mean, even the little bowls, like you got to think about it. In the state we in, Alabama, we don't have a national football team. We don't have a national basketball team. We got a college basketball team, and we got a lot of college basketball teams and some JUCOs and all that good stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So our revenue gonna come from a Birmingham Bowl. You see what I'm saying? A Dollar General Bowl. All that money is gonna be thrown. That's got to be put back into the city. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else doing that right there because Alabama's winning national championships. Auburn's got a national championship. Think about this. That UAB's got a championship. UAB, you see what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about. You can't even mention the Dollar General or the Birmingham Bowl because Birmingham did something that these cities that don't really generate revenue did something that they didn't do. They built a stadium. We got something to play in now. I didn't think for 1 second that UAB could sell out that stadium, but they've done it. Think about that. That's crazy, now. So
yeah.
UAB, so this gives UAB a chance to win big and get a conversation, but 12 teams, that's too many, bro. That's still too many, especially not playing every weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, but you got teams playing Sunday.
When you put that on the charts, what teams you gonna line up and because you don't want to do it by numbers now. You know what I'm saying? You doing it by numbers, you still ain't giving them no chance because the top dude versus the little dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, is you gonna just take it and throw it up in the air? That's how you gonna do it?
That's what's going on.
I ain't gonna say it's not exciting. I just think it's just too many. It's just 12 teams along with the Rose. Like, what game would be the Rose Bowl? Like, if the playoffs is just the playoffs, like we took the 1-14 one time and did a Rose Bowl. Like is you gonna take away the heavy duties to produce 12 teams? Like,
yes, you're going to take away the New Year's Six bowls. Yes.
Yeah, you finna
those New Year's Six bowls, the Orange Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, the Rose Bowl, all those are going to be playoff. All those bowl games are going to be college playoff games. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I think they're going to get rid of all the New Year's Six bowls, all the marquee bowls. They're out of here. 6 of them, as we know, are going to be out of here. I think it's going to just boil down to no one cares about those bowl games because, yes, those games are historic. Those games are going to bring in, like I said, revenue for whatever market you're in, the East Coast, the West Coast, down South, the Midwest. There's going to be enough money for everybody, for every conference.
You sit in that comment box and dropping them comments, man. Make sure you hit that share button a couple times. Fam, dropping in somebody else's situation and bring on the everybody's. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it rolling for long as we can keep it rolling, and we're gonna keep getting you score checks while we in there. But we definitely gonna talk this college football crazy 12-team situation on. You know what I'm saying? Michigan up 10 on Colorado State. I think a lot of teams gonna get put on notice here the first 5 weeks of the season, though. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you ain't got a big game today, you got a big game next week. And if you ain't got a big game next week, your schedule ain't talking about nothing. You finna coast right on to the championship. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what you think if when we go to these 12 playoff games, that you can play 12 trash teams, have an undefeated season, and then sit at the table for a shot at the national title?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I think that when they go to those 12 teams, it's probably gonna be structured like how the NFL is structured. You know, the top couple seeds is gonna have a first round bye. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, you're stretching them out, bro. That's an NFL schedule, bro. These boys built like that. Now you want them to work for the check?
Why not? The books. Yes, we're gonna work you. Now it's time to work.
Now you working them. That's an NFL schedule, bro. So think about this. Think about this. In college football, right? The benefits are not the same. Yeah,
well, you're right. The benefits aren't the same.
Something though. It's got to mean something for you to even be in a conversation of being brought to a conversation of talking about a playoff. You know what I'm saying? Or getting into that situation. Because if I know I'm going to the Birmingham Bowl, I know I ain't going to the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? I know if I'm going to the Rose Bowl, I know I'm somewhere in at least 3 to 4 in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Like it's got to make sense. And think about it like this. They didn't even want to release that conversation the same year Oklahoma and Texas supposed to drop down in the SEC. You see what I'm saying? That's 2025. You notice they went up a whole nother year.
You know right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they give. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like,
no, that's not true. But that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Them boys are playing with insurance. You got you got a lot of guys, Bryce Young, you got guys that got $1 million insurance policies. You know, there are certain guys out there that are very well insured. Not just now, but even back then. You know what I'm saying? Who was insured that, hey, if they got hurt, they get X amount of money. You know, guys taking out insurance policies on their arm or whatever, whether it's football, baseball, whatever. There were guys that had insurance policies. So
but can they get the same treatment, bro? Our team's going to be ducking big dog opponents. The scheduling and everything, bro. Like when it rolls out, we in what 2022, so we got 4 years to put it in order. In 4 years, you will see the founders of the Big 10, Big 12, wherever Oklahoma and Texas come from. The founders of that will be by that time will be in the SEC. They've been to play the whole year of SEC football. They schedules won't even line up to that conversation until 2026, 2027. In that time, Alabama still gonna dominate. Georgia still gonna be because Kirby Smart in Alabama. Texas, Jimbo. So you got Jimbo, Nick Saban, Georgia. What's Georgia? Kirby Smart. What's Ohio State's head coach name? He in the conversation now. Michigan, Jim Harbaugh. All that in the time of putting all that together. By that time, nothing's gonna be in change from where we was to where we gonna be at. That's my conversation. I just don't approve of like with so many teams, you know. But everybody doesn't have that policy. So Johnny the punter would not get the same treatment the quarterback.
Well,
oh God.
Well, hey. Like I said, I'm well aware of that, but I'm just saying most guys, especially most quarterbacks, guys who already are gonna have a NFL evaluation by either Todd McShay or Mel Kiper, who said, "Hey, you're gonna be a first rounder, you're gonna be a second rounder, you're gonna be a third rounder." Those guys within the first 3 rounds, they're probably gonna be insured. Because they know you know what I'm saying? Because they know they're a commodity that will be playing on Sundays. So yes, those guys.
But is they like Johnny, like he said, Johnny the punter? Is he getting that same treatment?
Who's insurance punters anyway? Who draft punters? You know what I'm saying? So you're right. No one cares about a punter. But if you're talking about a left tackle, that's a complete somebody who's going to guard the quarterback's blind side. We're talking completely different. Of course, the left tackle is going to be insured. The quarterback's going to be insured. A first round or second round running back is going to be insured. A top 5 wide receiver is going to be insured. A defensive end, a defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be insured. But is that fair? No, that's life. A lot of stuff ain't fair. So if you don't want, hey, if being a punter don't get you insured, well, you need to put on some gloves and be a slot receiver. Go catch the ball.
That's tough, bro. That's a tough conversation, man.
Go catch the ball. Go learn some trick plays. Go do something. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, no, we not buying that. No, sir. Absolutely not. No, it's not fair. It's not.
It's not fair. So look, okay, 12 teams, in my opinion, we're gonna move on away from that. 12 teams. There you go.
Yes, they're the highest paid kicker in the NFL. Okay. But I'm saying, but you were talking, before they went to the league, sir. So we're not talking about what they're making now. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about what they're making now. We're talking about what you were referring to was their college career and how it's unfair that they don't have insurance. So hey, if you want to be insured, go grab you some gloves and catch the ball. If you don't, if you're talented in your craft, stick with it, and then you might be one of those guys that you just named that can that can make big bucks.
What I think the conversation was drafted. What was a punter drafted? Them boys hot with that league. I give them that. I give them that dude, but I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody's wasting the draft pick on a punter or a kicker, bro.
It's the point of with 12 teams. If you got to be playing at a high level with 12 teams, right? And now, like look at some of the schedules. Is an Alabama like Alabama got Utah State book, right? That's them taking a year off from playing the USCs and the LSUs and the Miamis and the Oklahomas and the Ohio States first. So now you get to see other schools that's winning national championships do it. I get that. So with 12 teams and scheduling and all that other stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like your schedule, your regular schedule gonna have to mean something too. Because here for the last couple of years, it don't mean nothing. If you win it all year and lose late, you can still make a conversation for yourself by winning your conference championship. And that is how the last 4 national champions have won a national title. Lose one time late.
Without winning their conference title?
With winning their conference title. Like, that's how they're getting a seat at the table anyway. The top names have been the top names for the past 10 years. The top name has been Alabama.
Right, the top name has been Alabama. Yeah, yes, they have. But I'm saying, but you got teams who didn't win their conference who still end up winning the national title. Georgia, Alabama. There were plenty who didn't win the title. Who didn't win the
and they also are the hottest
championship games and still won
in college football. That is the hottest. Alabama Crimson Tide is the hottest name in college football. If you ain't Nick Saban, you ain't God. Period. And it's been like that. It's been like that since Nick stepped foot on campus. So you have to exclude him from the conversation because he's always going to have a seat at the table as long as he's coaching. Alabama's always going to have a seat at the table. Georgia won a national championship last year, but Alabama is ranked number 1. Imagine that. Do you think we're going to get to see, like, they schedule, in some sense, they schedule will matter certain times of the year. That's an advantage for them. That is good for them. We have not seen Alabama open up with a Utah State in 5 years, 6 years? They've always opened up with heat. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and give you something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Give you something to watch. Alabama come on at 6:30 on ESPN. No, I think they come on either the ESPN network or or how many times you seen Alabama play on the SEC network? That is a good ass question.
That's a good question.
They
Yeah.
prime time. They prime time. They deserve a slot. They can play Bobby Jean. There you go. You'll see it today. You'll see it today. They're on the SEC network. You'll see it today. So like they gonna always have a seat at the table. Like in when you do their schedule, they welcome that heat. Cause I mean, you want to see Alabama play a Oregon to open up the year, and Oregon ranked. That's a big win for them. So they can go out next week and lose to a Kentucky and still play and still have a shot at playing for the SEC title and make the playoffs.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, if you look at it, all depends on how those teams produce. I remember when Alabama played Miami to start the season off, but then Miami lost. The throughout the season, Miami was taking L's left and right. So then you get to say, hey, well, damn, how good was Miami? You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that Alabama beat Florida State by 30. And then they go 4-9, or you know what I'm saying? And then they don't even go 500.
It's all about the opening. It's all about the opening because the big dogs are putting these numbers next to these college teams and saying, "Oh, they had a good recruiting class." We ain't seen these boys play a snap of football. We don't even know if half these boys gonna be on the field this year.
But this is why. But this is the same reason why I commend the panel. The college football panel, the playoffs before, they don't just rank guys the first couple weeks. They got to see some games first. You know what I'm saying? This is why I commend them more than the AP poll that drops every week, because it's just like they going off hype and who they favorites is and what school and the alumni, who gave more money and who they like and all that. Everything that don't have nothing to do with actually producing on the field.
About money. It's always been about money anyway. So we
it's not damn if they win, damn it.
We can't even say nothing about money no more because they get paid anyway. So whatever you was doing in the closet, you can bring it to the open now. And that's what both Jimbo and Nick Saban had a little fight over, you feel me? But ain't nobody paying no attention because you got to look at it. Jimbo talked his way back into the rankings because he had a good recruiting class and he beat Alabama last year, right? And that's their ceiling. That's their ceiling. I'm gonna jog your mind back. I'm gonna jog your mind back to Ole Miss in 2017.
Okay.
2017, Ole Miss 2017.
Right.
2016, it might be 2017, 2018 when they beat Alabama back-to-back years. That's their ceiling. Since then, Ole Miss has been through 3 head coaches, right?
Right.
They got a couple draft picks out of Ole Miss, right? Now they got another coach. What's his name? What's their coach name now? What's their coach name now? Used to coach up on the Saban. Got to the national championship with Nick Saban and lost. What's his name? Give his name. The one that walked out of Tennessee. Give his name.
Lane Kiffin.
Produce. They always gonna have a seat at the table. They ain't did nothing but produce. They ain't did nothing but produce. Ain't nobody switching head coaches in Tuscaloosa ever. Now
they don't have to.
After you didn't coach the national championship. After you didn't coach, Lane Kiffin. That's his name. Big brother Lane. Yeah. See, now Lane Kiffin is what? What Lane Kiffin at? I was just talking about.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where is he at? Let's find out. Where is he at?
He just coached. Damn, help me out, chat. But what Lane Kiffin coaching football at? But that's mostly what they always gonna have. They seat at the table. They schedule shouldn't even matter. Ole Miss, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss. Okay.
Number one, Ole Miss ceiling. Ole Miss ceiling has been since Bo Wallace. And that Bo Wallace? Yeah, Bo Wallace and whatever the other boy name is. That's been their ceiling. It's Alabama, beating Alabama. Texas A&M talked their way into a ranking spot. So if anybody's schedule gonna matter, it's gonna be their schedule. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be who they beat up on. He said, y'all tweaking. Chad Kelly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I'm on it now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back to the conversation me and Jesus had back in 2017 on the podcast. Ole Miss ceiling was right there. That's they been their ceiling. Texas A&M ceiling was to beat Alabama. Now they ranked. Now they got to carry it out. Texas A&M got to win something. Jimbo Fisher got a big ass check. Big ass check.
I mean, it's fully guaranteed, so technically he don't really have to win anything.
Not certain schools. Not certain schools.
Yeah, well, Texas A&M got enough money to buy him out. I'm sure I'm sure Texas A&M don't produce.
This conversation now. You can't keep talking about money now when it's legal across the board now. Now when it wasn't legal across the board, yeah, I mean that's what Jimbo Fisher said. When it wasn't legal across the board, they were doing it then. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? But like I said, that conversation is different. Look at how many. Yeah, look at. He said with no taxes, L.O. Bobo got paid. Indeed, indeed. So like I said, he paid his way into the rankings. That's how you got to do it. If it's been going on that way for the longest, that's how it go. Just like you said about Jim Tressel and his dynasty. Jim Tressel got one BCS title, and he got some Big Ten titles, and he ran the Big Ten for a long time. But that's why Ohio State is where they at today because of Jim Tressel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why they at. When you set your team, when you set these folks up for the greatest situation coming. Oh yeah, indeed. When you set these organizations up, they continue to win.
You talking about Texas A&M or Alabama A&M?
You talking about Texas A&M?
Oh, okay. Man, they ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah, it's early, Hal. Ain't nobody really playing. Oh no, NC State up on East Carolina. Now they finally got back in the game though. It was 7-0 East Carolina. Michigan up 10-0. Texas A&M second quarter up on Sam Houston 7-0.
Yeah, but that's the powerhouse though. You know.
Yeah.
They gotta play Miami next week. So we're not next week, but the week after.
Right. So I guess we can go and jump right into that conversation of the 2:30 games, because the 2:30 games is what's really gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? He said Q got me crying over it. He said, all right. So we got at 2:30 on ABC, we got Georgia versus Oregon. Is it bow time?
No,
I just need to know.
It's no time. He was terrible at Auburn, so who cares? That's the fan. That's the fan in me. Now the analyst in me. I would say he's familiar. Now I give him that. You know what? He's familiar with playing Georgia. He should be comfortable under on a stage like this. But the question is going to become, well, who Oregon could have played that was better than Bo Nix, because they didn't really have anybody. There was no talk. There was no talk of him.
You know what, Jesus? And I don't think a lot of people really understand that conversation right there. Bo Nix has the advantage in this game, even though they in Georgia. Even though they enjoy that Chick-fil-A Bowl, well, it's the Chick-fil-A Bowl. So where they at? Oh no, they in Georgia. No, they not. Yeah, they in Georgia. They playing in Georgia to be exact. I think Bo got a better chance to beat them this year.
So them boys dead.
We don't know what Georgia defense went the first round of the draft.
Man, but Georgia like Alabama, man. Stop it. It's enough talent in Georgia. It's enough talent in Georgia and Florida that Kirby tapped in all that talent. Oregon dead. Bo Nix gonna be doing the same thing he was doing at Auburn, running for his life. It's just gonna get ugly for him, man.
Let me ask you this question. Like I'm gonna go back to this right there. I'm gonna say it again. Ain't no defense to get by. You can't. You seen Georgia defense pull them out of some fire now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now they don't get me wrong. They blow through the SEC East. Kentucky gave them a problem. Kentucky gave him a problem. So by just playing against Bo Nix, just playing against Bo Nix. Bo Nix not running around for his life. This is what Oregon is known for: a scrambling, passing quarterback. Cute uniforms and speed. That's one thing Bo Nix has is wheels. So if he can't throw, you gonna find out. A little boy from Pinson, Alabama. Then he played Pinson, Alabama, and he on the other side of the country. Everybody say, "Oh, he can't get away from the SEC." Blah 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 blah. This the stage. You see Georgia go down today.
And this gets ugly. Georgia by double digits. This gonna get ugly. I expect Bo Nix to fumble a couple times, maybe throw one pick six, and maybe throw another interception. It's gonna get ugly. Oregon got caught in a situation where Bo's skill set does fit what Oregon is trying to do. Like you were saying, Neff, spread the offense. 4 or 5 wide receiver sets. Making it easy for him to make one read, throw to one guy, being able to actually read the defense very easy in college when you do that. But at the end of the day, man, Georgia got athletes, man. That speed stuff. You're not talking about a Ohio State or
what about Stetson Bennett?
Or Michigan or something. You're not talking about one of those Midwest teams that's not used to that, man. Georgia, those Southern teams are just like those USC, UCLA, Oregon track star teams. They built for speed too.
Once again, so I'm gonna ask it again. What about Stetson Bennett?
What about him? Georgia, Kirby's never been known to be running around slinging the ball. Their quarterbacks are not going to throw for 4,000 or 5,000 yards. They're going to Georgia's going to run the ball with those 5-star running backs that they got, with those thoroughbreds they got. They're going to run the ball. They're going to control the clock. Some play action passes. Just get him comfortable, and they're going to let defense ride it out. That's it. I mean, this is the Nick Saban playbook. He comes from that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run, play lockdown defense and run the ball, control the clock. The quarterback's going to throw when he needs to. We're not going to do more than what we got to, and we're going to win the game. And if Bo Nix go out there throwing pick sixes and fumbling and turning the ball over, which I believe he will because he never let me down at Auburn, he's going to, once those teams start to get once Georgia start to get a double-digit lead, all the pressure going to be on Oregon to make plays. Now Georgia's going to be able to fly around, have their ears pinned back, be able to rush the quarterback. It's going to get ugly. Georgia by double digits.
Yeah, 86% of that defense left last year.
Man, 100% of the team could have left last year, and it won't stop what I'm telling you. Georgia is going to win by 10. Double digits. I got Georgia by more than double digits. They will win by more than 10 points.
Oh man, I'm gonna just because it's Georgia, I'm gonna be friendly. I'm gonna be friendly as possible. I'm gonna be as friendly as possible as I possibly can. I'm going with Oregon. Let me give you a reason why. It's hard to say. It's hard to give Oregon into this move, but I will say this. When the conversation come up about Never Knows podcast, Auburn, Bo Nix, the Pratt Jordan Hell, all that came from Auburn. All that came from Auburn. Even if you check the all that came from Auburn. Bo Nix beat Oregon with the last play. Yeah.
Right.
So he has been on this stage before. He has met this type of talent. He couldn't beat Kirby at Auburn because Auburn ain't never been consistent. He also had 3 head coaches at Auburn, or 2 head coaches at Auburn. Damn near 3 offensive coordinators at Auburn. Auburn's defense ain't never been consistent. So now He ain't
Hold on. That's false. Hold on, sir. That's false. That's absolutely false. There were games when Bo Nix was a freshman. Matter of fact, I'll take you to a certain year, 2019. That's the year that LSU won the title. But the only team that they didn't blow out and blow the doors off of was Auburn. They lost to Auburn. I mean Auburn. Yeah, no, they beat Auburn 24-21 or something, but it was a very low scoring defensive game. We had all the defense. We had a top 5 defense. All you had to do was
defense ain't
produce.
been consistent. I just say your defense ain't been consistent.
Okay, but I'm pointing to a certain year where there was consistent all year, and had he done his part, we would have won games. There were games
Who's the head coach? Who's the head coach?
When he was a freshman, that was Gus Malzahn's last year.
Mm-hmm. Who's
And
the
then
coach
we
after
had
Gus Malzahn? Who's the coach after Gus Malzahn?
Brian Harsin. Yeah, we got him. Yeah,
there's 2 head coaches, right?
right.
3 offensive coordinators. Y'all ain't been consistent across the board. So he gets to take his talent to Oregon and incorporate it into their culture. They seen something else. I don't think his talent and his familiarity with the SEC is the reason why he's starting on starting in Oregon. Bro might be able to play at the rate that they need for him to play in. Y'all ain't never had that knockdown like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never had it ain't been consistent across the board. Either you had a good offense or a good defense, or you had a good special teams and a good offense. Like you had a good offense, but you ain't have a coach. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, I'm taking Oregon by 3.
Georgia, double digits.
I believe it. I believe Georgia. I believe Kirby Smart. I don't believe they just blow through nothing.
Georgia, double digits, easy money. The game should be over by the 3rd quarter.
Oh man, you giving them blowout?
It should be in cruise control. I expect Oregon's probably going to come out maybe in a 2 quarterback system. I just don't see. I don't see how he's just going to be
in a 2 quarterback system.
No, I said Oregon. I'm not so sure that somebody who transferred from one school to another school is just going to go out there and because he got previous SEC experience, is just going to go out there and just be able to produce under this guy. Now, yes, he does have, his high school days. He is familiar with that set, but there's levels to this. And I don't think, I don't think he's going to be able to go out there and do that. I think that they're going to probably come out, let him be the starter. But if some things go wrong early or he's not being able to move the chains, I expect a 2 quarterback system. I expect, some stuff to go on. Maybe some trick plays where he's not in it and they bring the other guy in to kind of,
21-17 Oregon.
Man. 35.
We ain't even gonna get stats. We gonna get stats and Bennett Heisman conversations if he gonna just come out and ball like we think he gonna ball. This is not the Georgia from last year.
Right, it's not, but he don't have to.
This is in the draft.
But I understand that, but it's not like the quarterback. It's not like the defense is just saying, "Hey, because 86% is gone, that the rest of the guys are 3 and 2 stars." No, man, no. There are a lot of those games where there were blowouts in Georgia.
Them stars just got you hype, bro. Them stars just some hype.
Right, but you've also got guys where Georgia was blowing guys out last year. Georgia was blowing guys out last year, and a lot of those true freshmen and sophomore guys were getting play time. So, it's not like these guys never touched the field. It's not like these guys, aren't battle tested and they aren't ready. I think a lot of these guys are ready. They might not win it all. Speed kills. Okay, well, we'll see. Georgia got speed too. They're going to run that ball. I don't think Stetson Bennett is going to be a Heisman Trophy, finalist.
I said I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna crank it up. I said 35, 29, 28, somewhere in the mirrors. I want to give it to all. I want to give it to Georgia, and I feel Georgia's got that work. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's new to this. Oregon is bouncing off what they had in the past too. They ranked 2 now. They ranked number 11. Recruit might not be as high as they want to be, but the lights bright, right? Like you said, the lights are bright lights for a lot of young dogs. I mean, it's definitely. I give it a toss up for real, and I can't stick with. I said about 35-21 Georgia. That's about all I can do for real. I had to pull my pick. I gave Bo all I can give Bo, but talent across the board. Georgia is that it was what Georgia did win that championship last year, even if being ranked 3. You know what I'm saying? They won that championship last year too with somewhat with their offense going on. So I said 35-28 Georgia. I don't give it no. I can't give it.
They not putting up 28 points. That's not gonna happen. They're not putting up no. I'll give them. It might be 35-20 Georgia.
Man.
They might get 2 field goals, a couple kicks.
Oregon known for scoring points now. They ain't known for playing no defense but they known for scoring some points, man. I'm just saying.
They're known for scoring points, but I don't see it. I got them. I got 35-20. They're going to win by 15, 16, easily double digits. Easy.
Oh, he said 38-10. Bo, not that guy. I got you.
And if it's 38-10 going into the third quarter, or it was 20-10, man, he's going to get pulled. If they're not gonna let him play 4 quarters. Nah, they're not going to let him play 4 quarters only putting up 10 points, G. That's not going to happen. He's going to be back on the bench. He's going to be back in the transfer portal before the game's over.
That's tough. I guess we screws on down here to Cincinnati and Arkansas now. Now, before we get lost into this Arkansas-Cincinnati situation, what did Arkansas do to be ranked at 19 at that? What did they do?
Well, I had already said it, but I'm sure I'll say it again. For the guys at home, I think Arkansas is an underrated team. Arkansas was in a lot of games. A lot of people don't give Arkansas their credit. Sure, they haven't been like on the map since Darren McFadden. That was their last Heisman Trophy candidate. But Arkansas been in a lot of games. It's just that, man, they're talent. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, man, they got some talent coming back. They got some experience coming back. They were extremely young, and to stay in the hunt and have a decent season, they can only build on that. So.
Oh yeah, go ahead. We gonna get to the comment. I'm flashing them, letting them know that we do see them, and we never gonna talk to them and all that. So Arkansas. You say they solid.
Yeah, I think they're solid. Yeah,
Cincinnati made it to the what? To the top.
To the playoffs. Yeah, they made the top 4. Could they beat them?
Give me a score.
I want to say
Cincinnati.
I'm gonna say Arkansas.
Yeah.
35. I mean, I'll say 30-21.
30-21.
Yeah.
Cincinnati?
Yeah. No, Arkansas. I think they're going to put up some points, but I think Arkansas is going to make some critical stops in the fourth quarter to win the game. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
So, is we going to get the Arkansas of November as of all, or we going to get the Arkansas that we known for that'll take your soul away? That Arkansas that used to catch you early in the morning, beat your head loose. You know what I'm saying? So what Arkansas is we gonna get? Oh, quarterback got Cincinnati got a new quarterback. Desmond gone. Arkansas win 31-17. That's tough. I'm riding with the comment box. I'm taking Arkansas. I don't care what the points is. He said a Razorback quarterback was the hype for them. And that's wide receiver in the draft. And they wide receiver draft. Okay, cool. Okay, see, there you go. I'm gonna ride with Arkansas. Cincinnati. You know what? I might have to ride over there with Cincinnati now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna stick with Arkansas. I think Arkansas is gonna do pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Arkansas is gonna do pretty good. They got a nice little squad. So.
Let's go check one more time. Michigan is up 13-0 on Colorado State, second
while
quarter.
Texas A&M is struggling.
Who they playing? What Texas A&M at? Oh, the score 7-0. Lord, that's terrible.
They're struggling.
You're talking that talk, then that's how that talk go.
Yeah, struggling. You mess around and you let them hang around, and it's 7-0. One trick play here or one fumble there. Now it's 7-7. Now you in a dog fight with a team that you was probably favored to win by 20. Like somebody parlay sheet right now is blown up. This is disgusting. Right. Come on, man.
So before we jump down, you went with Arkansas, 17. You said Arkansas?
Yeah, Arkansas.
Cincinnati?
Arkansas, yeah. Versus Arkansas beat Cincinnati double digits.
It's tough. All right, bet. Let's go. It getting ugly now. We got to squeeze on down. I guess Ohio State and Notre Dame. Because I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I did my show, and we gonna close out with my boys. I'm sorry. Period. So we're gonna go to Ohio State and Notre Dame. That's the 6:30 game. That's the biggest game on 6:30 right now. On where they playing at? On ABC.
ABC.
Ohio. First and foremost, Ohio State. Who believes in them still? They have gotten this.
I believe in. Yeah, I believe in them. You are looking at the future. They are my prediction to win it all. They are this year's national champions.
Ohio State. Yes,
sir. The Buckeyes. I got them winning it all.
He said what a Gucci man bet said. Ooh, woo.
Yeah. I believe they're gonna win it all. They're loaded. They loaded. Top to bottom. I like that team. I just, you know what I'm saying? I think they walk through Notre Dame. Notre Dame is known for notoriously choking on big stages. They do this every year. I don't even see how they got fans, but cool. They got their little Irish fan base. Them Clovers, them 4-leaf Clovers, they gonna help them out, man.
Notre Dame just always been Notre Dame, though. So I mean, I can't really give Notre Dame that. I can't give Notre Dame that nod. For the past 5 years, they've always been in the top 5 to start the season off, and always seem to fall apart right before right before the season and get in there. He says it tells you don't have a team to believe in, so you believe in Ohio State.
First off, DQ. First off, I do have a team, but we're not talking about that team. We're talking about Notre Dame, Ohio State. Notre Dame is going to lose like they always do. Ohio State's going to win. Ohio State, they're loaded. You gotta take you can't be a fan and be an analyst. You got to take the fan part out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of my team, but they ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no sense in lying. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State's loaded. They're probably gonna win it all.
That's tough. I don't even have a team to even talk about winning it all. I mean, the only thing I really can see.
Let's talk about it.
The only thing I really can see is Alabama sitting on the top and Georgia on the top, and I only look at the top 5 teams, and we're gonna just look at them at this point. It's only a 14 playoff still, and we still where we at. Matter of fact, we're gonna go to who you taking? You said Notre Dame over you take Notre Dame? I know you take Notre Dame. No, you picked Ohio State.
No. I said Ohio State.
Yeah.
Easily. I get them by 20. I got them 3 touchdowns, 21. It's gonna get ugly fast. So that game will be over by the third quarter.
I ain't caught the hype of Notre Dame. I mean, they got a big win against a Clemson team with a hurt Trevor Lawrence, but they ain't really had no big wins like that. You know what I'm saying? Like after the Manti Te'o story, like Notre Dame really their name just stayed right there because of the program, and they always been in the in a independence conference situation. But when they went to the ACC, they damn near won an ACC title. But like I said, they biggest win was against a hurt Trevor Lawrence Clemson team, and Clemson still went off and won that time out that situation. No, played in the national championship. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah, they still played it. Yeah.
I'm give me. I'm gonna take give me Ohio State. I want even 35-3.
What?
35-3.
No.
Ohio State.
Man, I think they're gonna score, but
That's
I think it'll be.
That's a statement. For you to say they're gonna win it all, for you to say Ohio State was gonna win it all, they gotta make a statement tonight.
Yeah, but I mean,
10, Ohio State.
They'll start scoring after the game is pretty much out of hand, and they bring in the backups and all that type of stuff. So I give them, I say 35-17.
That just sounds more than what I gave them.
35-17. I think they'll do something, but that they gonna run away with that. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clemson play Georgia Tech Monday night.
It's disgusting, man. Clemson should win, but I'm scared, man.
Monday night Clemson versus Georgia Tech, man. Give me Clemson. Give me Clemson. Come on now.
I'll take Clemson too, but I think that when you playing that Georgia Tech, man, you playing that triple offense, guys get the running. All they do is line up and run. You know they gonna run, and they gonna throw that ball. You don't know which way that ball going. So we'll see though. But it's gonna be a blowout. I expect them to win by more than 10, easy.
Florida versus Florida. I guess we're gonna go. No, you know what? Florida State. My bad. We ain't there yet. We close. We ain't there yet.
Okay.
Because that conversation different. He said it's the head coach. But he gone though. He at LSU. And LSU play Florida State Sunday night.
Terrible. And that's the problem. Terrible. How the hell he end up with a job after the trash he produced at Notre Dame? I don't even understand how he even got that job. They should have kept Coach O down at LSU. I never understood that. Yes, he had a bad year after 2019, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day,
it was never in place for Coach O to be at LSU after that national championship. Even before, they didn't think they were going to win a national championship. It was never in the place. Coach O was really there to fill a slot until somebody was open for them to come. Notre Dame, remember when before they was even talking about firing Coach O, Notre Dame was finna play. They had beat Clemson. You remember, Brian? When the conversation first started coming about that? Yeah. Notre Dame had just beat Clemson without Trevor Lawrence, and they was about to win the ACC title, and they was about to make the playoffs. So why would you leave when you finna do all that? But then they lost,
right?
And then they lost. So it was never in place for Coach O to be there longer than when he was already there. He got a national championship out of it. Who can say that? I won a national championship 2 years ago and got fired a year after that. No team.
I can tell you who did that. Gene Chizik. Gene Chizik. He produced a championship for Auburn in 2010 and was gone in 2012. I can tell you who did that.
Gene Chizik.
Yes, sir. He was gone within 2 years after winning the national.
What you picked up after Gene Chizik?
We got trash ever since then.
Oh, okay, bad. There we go.
It's a blur. It's a blur.
Now, so with that being said, yeah. With that being said, give me FSU, and I'm working with the state. I'm working with the state. Give me FSU. I'm gonna take FSU. FSU 21, LSU 20. Walkout field goal. That's all I can't get no more than that, because I believe FSU still they keep it cooking now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't have no faith in them. I got LSU, man. I'll probably say 3. The 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Let's go 2016, 2013, something like that.
It's gonna be single digits. If the game is slow paced, then yeah, LSU maybe. But if Florida State come out running like they know, like like this with the speed, it's gonna get out of hand now.
Man,
It's gonna
I
get out
don't see it.
unless you got Jaden Daniels. Shout
So
out to TJ Finley, man, for getting the start at Auburn too, man. A lot of I ain't hear a lot of War Eagles today. Usually when college football season start, you hear the War Eagles, Go Gators, Roll Tides, all that. I ain't really get that college football feel like it was time. LSU quarterback play would be suspect. There you go. Hello. Florida State's won't though. It's tough now. It's tough. So I guess we're gonna stroll on to the number 17. I guess this is how we're gonna kick the show on up out of here, man. Right, another transfer. So I made a comment last night to Quintez in the Isles, and I had to let him know that Florida's gonna lose one game this season, and it's not on the regular season schedule. It is on the SEC title game. I was just riding through the aisles and feeling like telling them that. Honestly, I don't feel that we are suspect, but I do feel that quarterback play is very key in this game that we play against Utah tonight, because we knew Emory Jones couldn't throw, but we knew Emory Jones could get you out of a sticky situation. We don't know what AR can, what Anthony Richardson can do, because he can't stay healthy. Feel me? And he also changed his jersey number from 15 to 5, because the fill them 15 slot shoes, you gotta be healthy and a dog. He got some speed. I give him speed. I give him that. He got some speed. Can he throw? I asked the question in this group chat. That do we got to be looking over our show because of AR? Oh, his name Anthony Rich. They got to know, so they got a little smart. They didn't want to talk about it for real, but I want to know. At 6 o'clock, we're gonna find out. Give me I gotta ride with my team though. I bet it with Utah gotta do what they gotta do, but Utah gotta do what they gotta do. But I gotta ride with the home team. I'm coming home. And we at home.
This is going to be disgusting for Florida. Utah is going to beat the brakes off of. I don't see how this is going to be. This is going to silence all of Florida fans. Once this game happens and they lose, you will hear nothing from them no more. They'll be ready to get rid of their coach, everything.
Let me ask you this question.
Possible.
So let me ask you a question, because see, this is coming from an Auburn fan. And like I said, like we said, we're gonna take the fanship out of. That's why we came down with the Florida situation at the end, because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Gators. You hear me? The way I'm gonna take this conversation. Why? We got a new head coach. We got our quarterback. This is second year at quarterback. Right? Unproven. Don't get me wrong. Unproven. Right? Everything across the board is freshmen, sophomores.
Right.
You might got a couple juniors and a couple seniors on the team. Ain't nothing to talk about. You want to sleep a team? Enough.
So think about the logic. You have an unproven quarterback with unproven talent against the number 7 team out the gate. And somehow you think y'all gonna win. How you think that's gonna happen? Yeah, they got a pretty facility, but the facility don't put up points, sir. So that's irrelevant. The little orange and blue, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's nice.
Utah proven?
No, but they got more returning back than Florida as far as talent wise. Absolutely.
Okay. How far Utah made it last year? Did they win their conference last year?
No, did they? No, they did. No, they did.
So for them to be at 7, I just want to know, what did Utah do to get to 7? Because if you go run down the top 25 teams, after you get past the first 5 to 6, when you get past the first 5 or 6, it gets very scary after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're making up teams as they go. They're just throwing them in as they go. That's what Arkansas did. Ole Miss is ranked. Huh? Ole Miss, Wake Forest is ranked. That's a basketball school.
Right, which I agree with that. That's shocked. Yeah.
Come on,
I don't understand how that happens for Wake Forest.
So when we get to a point when we get to a point of saying Florida, this is an open game. And it's played in front of their fans. This is something that Florida has not done in years. It's opened up with a top 25 team. What else on the table can Florida be embarrassed about? For them to say, "Oh, we got beat by Utah." They got took to their max level by Sanford. That's on Lakeshore Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? They got took to that level, right?
Right.
They didn't fire 3 head coaches in 10 years, right? Keep spinning it. They done been to the SEC championship game since Tim Tebow twice. That's with Jim McElwain. Jim McElwain also got terminated.
He came and went.
Terminated.
Right. He came and went. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, not Urban Meyer. Dan Mullen terminated.
Dan Mullen. Yeah, right.
Jim McElwain terminated. Urban Meyer left, got his championships and got on about his business. Right?
Yeah.
So
had a little mini stroke and left. Right. Or whatever he said happened, but it's just that he couldn't really recruit top talent anymore, and he got up out of there. Then he ran to Ohio State team
and
that was loaded. Yeah, sure. Jim Tressel, he gave him the reins. If you remember, it was his recruiting class that when he won
a BCS, but he won a BCS title at Ohio State. He also won what we got now, the CFP. He got one of them too.
Right, but I'm saying at the end of the day, when Urban Meyer went to Ohio State, he had if you remember, he had an undefeated season, right? But the season didn't count because Ohio State was ineligible because of those tattoos, the stuff that Terrell Pryor and all those guys were doing, right? When they had the undefeated season, even though it didn't count. But that was Jim Tressel's top 5 recruiting class. He essentially handed Urban Meyer a championship. Here's all the talent. Here, thank you. Here you go.
Urban Meyer is a dynasty coach.
He's a dynasty coach.
Yeah, he's a dynasty coach at the college level. You cannot put Urban Meyer in. When you talk about GOAT coaches, Urban Meyer has to get in that conversation. Joe Powell, if the Joe Powell story hadn't since
you brought that up, I'm thinking when we start talking about college dynasty coaches, of course you got Saban, Pete Carroll, Bobby Bowden. I mean, hell.
Bobby, a lot of these coaches was just winning games, bro. They was winning games and bowl games and winning their conference. These boys ain't holding up that crystal ball. That crystal ball got to be held. So firing Urban Meyer, I'm gonna take it back. Firing Dan Mullen, Jim McElwain. What's the defensive coordinator name in that was in Georgia 2 years ago or last year? He was fired too.
Yeah, he was fired too.
He was fired too. So these boys ain't winning no championships. Right? Billy Napier won a championship over there at the little conference he was at.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't got nothing to lose. We playing with house money. And we at home in front of our fans. You don't think we're going to put on a show? It's going to be close like the chat box said. Give me Florida, 24-17. Get me a ranking. Because all I can see is everybody throwing money in the air. When we was throwing money, they was trying to hang us out the dry.
Oh, my God.
When we were throwing money in the air, they was trying to hang us out the dry. And guess what? They was arresting all our players. Marijuana been legal in Florida. We've been doing this. Now, all of a sudden, soon as it got hot in California, everybody we can spend money anywhere. So while all this was going on,
Utah wins 35-28.
You being friendly. Don't give me the score you want to give me. Give me the score. Give us the score that you really wanted to test. Just did.
You know what? Well, you know what? Hold on. You know what? You're right. Because I'm giving an unproven quarterback and an unproven Florida team too much credit on points. But I will say Utah doesn't really play as much talent as they play with Florida, even though they're inexperienced. So I think that kind of washes itself out. But I think Utah will win this game. I got Utah winning this game. I'm going to say 35-31.
35-31. Utah?
Yeah, Utah.
35-31 is solid. It's solid. Give me what I said, 24-17 Florida.
Yeah.
I believe we can score points. We got a lot of talent that's on the team that a lot of people don't know the names of. That's good enough. This ain't the year that everybody's expecting us to be big anyway, right? But to open up with the number 7 team in the nation at home, that's big enough. The stage is already big. Is Utah ready for this type of stage? You think Utah looking at us like a walk-off game?
No, I think Utah is more ready for this game than Florida. And the reason why I say that, because Utah realizes that the level of competition, even in their own conference, even if they win the Pac-12, is not going to guarantee them a slot in the college football playoff. So they understand winning this game against an SEC opponent, you know what I'm saying, is going to further their chances. They know that this game means everything for them, not just for them, but for their conference, to take their conference serious.
That's that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
You know, I believe that, you know, Utah has a lot riding on this game. Their reputation is riding on this game. Not only are y'all coming out being ranked over a unranked team, you know what I'm saying? But it's an SEC team who more than likely is going to win a lot of games, and their only maybe hiccups could be Texas A&M and Georgia. So Utah has a lot riding on this game. They must win this game. Even if they win by 3, who cares? They have to win this game, because the Pac-12 can say, yo, we went over and beat an SEC quality team. We didn't beat up on Vanderbilt. We didn't beat up on your bottom feeders. We chose the middle of the road, a top 10, top 15 recruiting class talent. You know what I'm saying? And we went and we won. And that's it. And that's something that the college football, the panel, the committee, they can't deny them. If they win this game,
so after Florida
they won't be able to deny them.
Florida beat Utah today, where they go in the ranking? They stay unranked?
I'll give it a top 25, sure.
Top 25.
But I'll put them in the top 25. But that doesn't mean. But if it's close, then we'll see it next week.
Close what? If it's close, what? We can't get the same love for it to be close.
We'll see you next week. We'll see how it turn out next week.
They favor -3. Give me 35-21. And if Florida come out, if Billy Napier is gonna run this offense like he run it,
now you put it on Napier.
Yeah,
man. The players got to make plays, man. We not doing that, man. The players got to make plays.
Richardson, when he had his flashes, he was flashing very, very nicely. Now
I don't even predict them finishing out this game. He gonna end up hurt, man. Somebody gonna hit him, man. He gonna be out the game. Knock on wood. I hope, because I don't want that to happen. But he's fragile like Anthony Davis, man.
Florida. Go Gators. I'm out there with that. Go Gators.
35-31, man. I got Utah. Utah has to win this game, man. They have to. Their conference will be took serious if they're able to win this game. And they're trying to get a playoff spot.
That ain't enough. After they lose to us, after they lose to Florida today, then we'll talk about what Utah can do to get back in the hunt of anything else.
So if Florida loses, then what? Because you're only talking one side. Don't talk as a fan. Talk as an analyst.
There's nothing else to speak on.
So if Florida loses, then what?
It's a loss. It's a loss. It's a new head coaching team.
Okay. It's a loss. Okay.
It's a loss.
Okay.
We ain't losing. We ain't ranked. We ain't ranked. Ain't nobody talking about us like they talking about the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Utahs. They talking about us. Ain't nobody even mentioning Florida. Conversation ain't even live like that. It's just a loss.
Okay.
And guess what? And guess what the excuse can be? Guess what the excuse can be? Are they rebuilding anyway? Stand up on your own 2 feet.
Man,
we can come out as the rebuilding Florida Gators.
There are certain SEC schools that don't get the rebuilding. They don't get that rebuilding stigma. They don't get that title. Florida is one of them. Why? Because y'all breed athletes in the state of Florida. Why? Because the expectation is high in Florida.
We ain't the only one recruiting out the state of Florida either.
I understand that, but there are certain teams in the SEC that's not going to get away with this is a rebuilding season. Alabama, Georgia, and Florida are top 3 for that.
It's facts. It don't have to be a conversation. It's facts.
You ask any, ask any Georgia fan. DQ on him
in the past 10 years. 4th. You can really put Will Muschamp in there. It's really 5. We've been rebuilding. We just can't get it right with the whole coaching situation.
But how y'all can't get it right when, like I said, y'all got it's talent down there. There are certain schools that does not get it passed in the SEC for rebuilding. Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. Everybody else will get those passes. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, we recognize they don't pull in the top talent. Florida pulls in top talent year in and year out. There's no reason why if you have a half decent coach, if your coach is half decent, you should be able to win 10 games.
How many they had to go in the first round last year? 0. No top talent. We ain't pulling in no top talent.
I agree with that, Harry Mason. Yeah, if they lose, it is a letdown.
It's not. It's definitely not. It definitely won't be. It definitely won't be thought of as a letdown if Florida loses. If Florida loses, only people really sad about Florida not even covering the spread. That's the only thing they worry about. If the spread gonna get covered. That's it. Ain't nobody buying on that Florida winning situation. I hope that ain't the reason why you put up the NEFTV to watch the podcast and talk about Florida. No, we base this on sports. Come on, baby. Wake up and smell it. Come on now. We better than that. I just say, and I gotta ride with the team. I gotta ride with the dogs. I'm riding with the house. I just feel like this is our year. This is our year to make some noise. We ain't gotta make a lot of noise. A lot of people say Tennessee gonna beat us. We hear that a lot. We hear that about Tennessee every year. Tennessee gonna beat y'all. They got a good team. Tennessee has a good team every year. Every year.
Right.
But they can't beat us. That conversation. Kentucky has a good team every year, but they ain't been consistent at beating us. They won a game thanks to Urban Meyer. They stopped the streak thanks to Urban Meyer. You know what I'm saying? We like top 25 opponents, mostly been just SEC teams, because that's pretty much how the top 25 go anyways, SEC teams. So to lose against a Utah, that's a number 17 who has no name, it's not a letdown. It's just a loss. That's how I see that. But I don't see us losing. Not at home. Not with our referees. Not with our fan base.
So you're saying you need referees to win?
No, you never needed the referees.
But you just brought that up. You just said, hey, not with our referees.
Not with our referees. Can you honestly say you can go play on CBS against Alabama and get a foul call game? Hell no. Stop playing.
Probably not. No.
Okay, thank you. That's Saban's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Not on our channel. Not at our crib. And I ain't there with no shot at Alabama. I'm just saying you can't go play on CBS against Alabama and feel like the game's fair. They play good football now. They've been winning, but you ain't finna go play hard as you want to be on CBS against Alabama. That's CBS stands for Saban Channel spelled backwards. CBS. I put that together. Anyway, who Auburn played today? We didn't even talk about Auburn.
Man, Auburn plays Mercer, man. Auburn plays Mercer, small school. They don't play anybody.
They play small school.
Yeah, man. Really just, scrimmage, just trying to see what we got, man. That's it. Just we out there trying to just see, can guys catch the ball and can guys throw? I mean, it's pretty much it, man.
No, they practice game.
It's
Give me a score then.
Man, I'd probably say maybe like 42-10 or something.
Mercer?
Yeah, we got Mercer, man. Yeah, we got Mercer.
He said Mercer.
It's not gonna.
Alabama play Utah
Our
State.
game that we's gonna play is gonna be Penn State when we do play. It's gonna be that's gonna be our game to kind of measure ourselves up, and we also play Georgia early this year. So that's gonna be a thing too. We play Penn State not next week, but the week after on September 17th. That's gonna be at Jordan Hare, so I might go to that game.
I want you to understand this tough opponent situation. Florida, this is a fun fact. Florida can walk into the Cocktail Bowl 6-1 and scare Georgia. 6-1. Because they said Tennessee gonna beat us. Don't see that. Now LSU has had our number for the past 4-5 years, and Billy Napier ain't used to Brian Kelly, but we don't know how Brian Kelly gonna coach no way.
Like how he always coaches.
Yeah,
Brian Kelly. You know he plays in a pro style offense. 10.
Yeah, you said 45-10 to Mercer. Said Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I don't know now. They say
man, listen, man. We'll be fine, man. I ain't worried too much about that. We'll be fine.
Oh man, I done had fun with everybody, man. I appreciate everybody that came out, man, and put that show, that love, and that chat box with them likes and everything. I don't know wherever you was at, whatever platform you watched us on, man. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna lie to you, I appreciate it. Shout out to Quintez, shout out to Jesus too, man. Jesus wanted to be here today, man, but we couldn't get it right, so we'll get it right next time we get it right. But shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to the new merch coming. I won't release no conversation about it until next week, next Saturday to be exact, when we play Kentucky at 1-0. Ranked probably about 18 somewhere in the area. Anyway, yeah. So new merch coming next week. College football season back, baby. Never know podcast back, baby. 2A Sports Podcast. It's all back, baby. We all the way back. Every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. We're going to bump the time up to 11. Everybody ain't up, and we work 6 days a week at the Dollar General Pack. So if you're checking us out now, we appreciate you pulling up on us. You feel me? I'm Neff.
Yeah, you know it's Wild 100's Q.
I guess we're going to be out of here. Y'all be safe out there. Appreciate y'all. See y'all later on.
Yes, sir.
You are now rocking with the coldest podcast this side of I-65.